Paddington 2 is directed by Paul King, once again, the same man behind the first one. And in this film, young Paddington is happily settled with the Brown family, but he's looking for the perfect gift for Aunt Lucy's birthday. He goes to an old shop and finds a beautiful pop-up book of London, and he knows Aunt Lucy had always wanted to see London but never got to, so he thinks that giving her this book could be the next best thing. But the book is stolen by a famous actor named Phoenix Buchanan, played by Hugh Grant, and Paddington has to try to get himself out of a sticky situation to get that book back. I saw the first Paddington film at home, and I loved it so much that I felt guilty I missed it in theaters. That film was so terrific, it was so charming and just so wonderful. It was one of the better family films I had seen that year, and I felt guilty for missing it in theaters. Paddington 2 is even better. This is like one of the best movies of the year. I'm not even kidding. This isn't a joke. This movie is terrific. One of the things that I love about this film and the first, but this one in particular, is how Paddington views the world and how people treat him for his view of the world. This is a fish out of water tale. Paddington comes from a different country. He lived with two bears, and now he's in the UK with a bunch of actual human beings. And so his view of the world is skewed. Oftentimes, he misinterprets conversations. He doesn't understand signals that people give, body language. He has a hard time communicating, and sometimes he'll say things that are just plain wrong because he didn't understand something. It wasn't clear to him. Nobody reacts to him like he's an idiot. This film doesn't treat him like he's stupid, and the comedy that these scenes go for does not try to mock Paddington. It doesn't look down upon him for not understanding the way the world works. His character is endearing. It makes him adorable. You don't look at him and think, wow, what a stupid character. He doesn't get the way the world is. Which is such a fantastic message for young kids who watch this movie, because how many times do you see a kid say something that's maybe more serious than his or her age might suggest, or they say something that just makes no sense and everyone just starts laughing at them, and the kid feels bad, like, I just didn't understand that, you don't have to laugh at me. This film has a character that's so naive, so kind-hearted and likable, but it doesn't look down on him for those qualities. In fact, it encourages those qualities. Yes, there are scenes where Paddington has to come to a harsh realization of what the world can really be like, and these are used to build his character, to teach him things, not to beat him down. And it's just a beautiful message, and this film has a great way of telling it. It's also directed gorgeously. The shot structure here is some of the best I've ever seen in a family film. It doesn't feel like I'm watching a movie made for kids. It's so sophisticated in its approach to humor and in action sequences, which are actually quite exciting. I would love to see Paul King helm a James Bond movie or an action film like that, because he clearly has a great knack for action sequences. Sally Hawkins and Hugh Bonneville as the parents are really great because they also do not look down upon this material. Nobody involved in this film is making a kid's film and they're getting a paycheck. Everyone's really putting forth genuine effort to be as realistic and true to this tale as possible. Also, Hugh Grant is such a delight. This is his best role in years. I've always been a fan of his. He plays similar characters in similar movies, but he's great at it. But he gets to do something pretty different here. He plays this guy who's a sort of washed-up actor who's now finding himself in commercials for dog food, but he's world-renowned for playing a diverse amount of roles and different accents. He has all of the costumes from various characters that he's portrayed in his attic, and he talks to them like he's a crazy person. He kind of is a crazy person. And so it's sort of a great subversion of what we think of Hugh Grant, the actor, because he portrays an actor who views himself as washed up, who plays a diverse amount of characters, whereas Hugh Grant in real life has been very upfront in interviews, saying that he has played one character his whole life, and he's very self-aware of that.
When Paul King, the writer, said, we are considering... Do you think Hugh Grant would take the joke if we sent him a script about a washed-up vain actor? I said, try him.
That's a true story, because they actually wrote the story, from what I've read. I don't know this if it's true or not. With you in mind, and they actually called the character Hugh. Is that true?
Yeah, they called it Hugh Grant, for Christ's sake.
Brendan Gleeson plays a chef. I'm not going to tell you where he works because I didn't know where the plot was going, but he is so damn amazing in this movie. He is so incredibly funny. I've never seen him like this, and his play back and forth with Paddington creates some of the best moments in the film. Paddington 2 surprised the hell out of me, and this is coming from somebody who loved the first. This is a sequel that doesn't disappoint. It's a film that has an incredible message for kids, and one that adults can appreciate, especially the sophisticated humor, and it has a lot of great slapstick as well that's not even remotely cringeworthy as some slapstick is in film. My only issue with the movie is maybe I would have liked a couple more minutes at the end, and a little bit more resolution for some characters. Besides that, this is a great film. Please don't miss this in theaters. Go support it. I would love to see a third one. This is one of the best family film franchises that I've seen in recent years. I'm going to give Paddington 2 an A. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching. My review of Maze Runner: The Death Cure will be out very soon. You guys are the best. And as always, if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.